This is Scott Becker with the Becker Business Podcast, the Becker Private Equity Podcast. So yesterday, I gave a talk, a fireside chat at a meeting that's a mentor-mentee organization for diverse business owners in the city of Chicago. Great organization called NextLevel Exchange. One of the questions that I was asked in the fireside chat, which was the keynote for this event, was about business failures, about things that haven't gone well. And of course, this is, a non-fun subject for most entrepreneurs, but obviously a true subject because all of us have wins and losses. So I went through a few of those losses. I would say that one of the big losses was when I finally started to make some money, I was able to invest in things that I thought I'd never be able to invest in. I didn't grow up knowing what venture capital funds or private equity funds were or what companies sponsored by them are. And at some point, started to have the means to invest in some of those. And what I learned then was the power of zero. And what I mean by that is zero is the number you get back when you invest in something that goes very poorly and turns to a zero. So that was one set of failures of just an education and a learning that all that glitters is not gold. And even though as I was so excited about this, like the car or the dog who chases the car, that sometimes catching the car is not as exciting and positive as you thought it would be. So that was one sort of failure. The second thing that I've had is I've been involved in starting several different businesses. And what I found is where I've made the effort to dedicate and build teams, I've had success. Where I've not made that effort to build serious teams, I've had poor success. So in terms of failures, I could chalk up another one to the fact we've had plenty of businesses that have barely dawdled along because we really haven't made the effort that we made in different businesses to invest in and develop teams we want to develop. So those are two failures. Some investments that went to zero, some place where we've started businesses and they've not really taken off the way we'd like them to because we've not invested, made the effort to build teams. The third one I'll talk about was a management style failure. Early in my career, I'm not proud of this, but 30 years ago, this is the way things were done often at large law firms, is when something wasn't getting done, you would yell at the colleague to do it and get it done quicker. And this was a great short-term fix. It would usually move things along. People did it for a reason, but long-term, it really screwed up the culture of whatever group you're trying to lead or whatever you're trying to build. I was fortunate early on in my career to have somebody come along and tell me, you cannot lead like that. That doesn't work. And that was extremely helpful to me and was able to help me change. But those are three quick failures from different parts of my business career. I'm not necessarily proud of, but they certainly are interesting and certainly informative of my judgment. In any event, thank you for listening to the Becker Business Podcast, the Becker Private Equity Podcast, and thank you to our tremendous producer, Chanel Bunger, who's with us today. Thank you very, very much.